Hey everyone. So since I don't have my own students to you know, grade and show their work or really like a lesson that I really liked and that I wanted to do some sort of screencasting stuff with. Also because I don't really have something right now that I can actually, draw on the screen. So I thought I would show you guys a really awesome site that I've been using since I was in college and I still use to this day. It's called the Teaching Channel. So what's really cool about it is on the Teaching Channel you have all these different videos that you can watch of like real teachers out in the field trying to do some of the things that we talk about in our class. And what's nice is you can choose what subject you would like to look at. You can also choose what grade, or you can also do topics. So for me personally, I'm going to pick social studies. And there's tons of videos here, right? How am I ever going to really decide? Well, then I can also narrow it down by grade. So let's say I want the 8th grade. It's going to narrow it down some more. And I could do the most recent ones, I could do the most discussed, or the most watched. So I'm going to do the most discussed, so that way I can kind of show you some other really cool features about it. So why don't we do differentiating with learning menus? I actually watched this one before. So once you have set up your own account, right, as you could see here, I'm set up with an account, you can then save it to what's called your workspace. So as you can see here, I already have this in my workspace, but just to show you what that looks like, you have basically like a little calendar and you could schedule it if there's like a particular video that you really like that you want to do in your class, or you could do it without scheduling. And you could see all of my videos. So here are all the videos I've saved. Yeah, I've been on here a lot of years, so no particular order. They're just there so I can go back to them as opposed to looking them up by hand. So that's a really cool feature. And then another really cool feature, it gives you like guided questions as you're watching these videos. So if you see over here, you have questions to consider. It also gives you who and where the video happened, supporting materials. So like if you really like the resources that they had, you can look at that. Then they have some great discussion forums down at the bottom where people are talking about all this great stuff, right? Having that great networking community. But the thing that I also really like is my notes. So as I'm watching the video, I can take my own notes about it. So learning menus gives students choices. Super important. And I save it. So then it's going to save with my account, which is really cool. Another thing that they have other than just these videos is a way of networking with people based on your subject, based on your grade, or based on your role in the school. So you can meet a lot of awesome people that way. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see all the different social media outlets that they have. I follow them on Twitter. I also follow them in Pinterest. They're great. They always have really cool stuff. And it like links you to exactly what they're doing and talking about here. So that's awesome. And then we've also got a whole page just for questions, because I always say this to students that no question is stupid, and you probably aren't the only one that has that question. So this is a way that you can find the kind of questions that you are asking and see what other people are saying and see the discussions that are already out there. So, which is really nice. So let's say I want to try, let's do Let's do this one. What have you found to be effective in teaching students to compare and contrast? Right, so then you've got, no one's answered yet, so then what you can do is go down here and actually put a response, and then it'll come up and everyone will then be able to see it. So that's kind of cool. And then what I really like is this diving deeper, where you can look into different resources and like key topics in regards to professional development. So STEM, right, is huge. You've also got a positive class environment, coaching, which is super big, should be bigger, but it's not big enough yet. Formative assessment, which we all know is super huge. Deeper learning, growth mindset, which I'm a huge fan of, and it ties into what we have been looking at with the Mindshift website. They actually do have a link to it. I don't know if it was on here or if it was on their Twitter page, but it's awesome because it gives you a little more, see? Oh, there we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. And they'll have like Mindshift and stuff on the side where you could see, right, the different tweets going along with it. So it's really cool how they try and combine all of these interfaces into one. So, and then last but not least, I don't know. It's not going to let me go to the blog with my screencast. That's weird. Oh, the last thing, which is kind of cool. You have Teach Talks, which are a podcast of different teachers that come together and talk about the different things that are going on in their classrooms, different themes and everything. And they're really interesting. And if I had the premium feature, I would play it for you, but unfortunately I don't have that. So you can do it on iTunes or just regular podcasts. They also have a radio for it, so it's really cool. Just tons of ways trying to reach out to people, get them involved. And last but not least, they just recently released this awesome video-enabled professional learning platform, which I think is really cool because it's actually promoting this exact thing that we're talking about. So basically, I don't know if it's letting you hear it or not because it's a premium feature. But anyways, so this is a new form of professional development that like teachers can actually have go on in their schools. And I think it's really awesome. When I was tutoring, I used it all the time. When you videotape yourself and you reflect on those teachings, and open door policy, everybody comes in and, you know, observes each other and learns from each other and helps each other. It's really neat. So you can request a demo for your school. If I had an actual position other than just being a sub, I would totally do it. I think that's awesome, right? So it's got all these reasons why it's going to work and how it's so great. And I think that it definitely will be because it really helps you learn a lot. So anyways, this is officially my first screencast done and done. And thank you for watching.